What's going on, everybody? Smash those likes. Let's go, everybody. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. So let's get right to it here. Once again, the markets are in the green. Bitcoin wants to break up, but when is $75,000 finally coming to happen, right? We are on the last week of October. This Friday is November 1st, guys. So round of applause. We survived another month in crypto, baby. And October seems like it's not here just yet, right? We're still not breaking new all-time highs. What is going on? We're going to be covering all this plus lots of more. Make sure you're dropping all the altcoins you want covered into the chat so I can cover those as well for you. And like always, make sure as you're coming in here, you're tapping that screen, you're smashing those likes. Let's get it going. King Trillas says, what about Superverse? We'll definitely be getting into Superverse in just a second here. So overall, we see some mix of red and green in the markets happening today, right? And some people are just wondering what the heck is going on. Well, let's take a quick little look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin overall on the day has definitely been in a nice little upward momentum, right? Nice little uptrend overall. As you can see here, we've just been climbing, respecting this uptrend very, very well. We did get a little bit of a rejection once again at the 2021 all-time high of 69,182. I do expect that to break at some point here, right? I do think that we're going to be one thing that I've been pointing out to you guys is that the last week of every month and the first week of every month for the last 3 months or so have been very, very wonky, right? Very, very choppy. We saw that at the beginning of October. We saw a massive price come down. At the beginning of September, massive price comes down. At the beginning of August, massive price comes down. And if you don't believe me, let me show you guys. So let me actually turn some of this stuff off here real quick so we can actually take a quick look at this here. So Bitcoin's price action, right? This is on the daily here. Let's go to the first week of October, right? The last week of September, we saw Bitcoin drop, and then the first week of October, look at this sideways chop and dropping, right? Sideways drop and chopping. If we look at it on the weekly, it looks even worse. So then let's go back to the beginning of September. Here we go, right? Now we're at the beginning of September here, right? First week of September, last week of August, dropping. First week of September, dropping until September 6th, and things started to pick back up. Now let's zoom out one more time. Let's go back a little bit further, back to the beginning of August, right? Last week of July, dropping. First week of August, dropping. Big drop on the 5th, right? Came back up and then started moving back up again, and so forth, so on. That's been happening for the last 3 months overall, in the last quarter overall. So do I expect that to happen again? Very possible that we do get a little bit of pullback here. Why? Because next week, or I should say, yeah, next week, right? The first week of November is the big day, right? The big day. We all know what comes in the first week of November, right? The results of the big race, right? Everybody's very excited to find out what's going to happen in this race. And that is going to have the markets a little funky, I personally believe. We also have the the FOMC meeting on November 7th. So we're going to be seeing if we get another interest rate cut, which will then be after the first week, right? We start seeing the big move back up again. So I do expect something like that to be happening here in the short term. Guys, keep smashing those likes. Let's get 1,000 likes rocking and rolling in here. Let's tap that screen. Let's get 1,000 likes. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're watching on TikTok, watch it on YouTube. I appreciate all of you smashing those likes here. Let's go into Bitcoin's having a little pullback here. Say we retest this VWAP. I am looking to get into a Bitcoin long. I should have longed it last night when we were down here at this weekly pivot, but I was distracted and I wasn't paying attention, and that would have been a great time to long Bitcoin towards the upside here. Overall, I definitely think Bitcoin's going to be breaking way higher into 75,000 plus in the next month or so. Well, yeah, in the next month, so November-ish time. What's going on, big boy? I appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. Let's get them, bro. 300 likes. Let's go. Almost 1,000 likes already. Let's talk about it. All right, let's talk about Superverse. Superverse is one that I've been keeping my eye on when it comes to crypto gaming. Superverse is sitting at $577 million market cap. at $1.18, down 9% today, 7% on the week, and up 14.5% on the month. So what is going on? Whoa, look at Sui. Look at Sui having that pullback like I told you guys. Look at Sui having that pullback, boys. Let's get ready to rock and roll with Sui, but we'll get back to Sui here in a second. Let's go check out Superverse. Superverse, where you at? Where you at, Superverse? All right. So Superverse overall has smashed into basically almost its local highs here of $1.50 from back in March, April time. Right. We broke through the overall gold pocket, ran up. So overall, this thing's been doing very, very well. Right now, could we have a pullback? Yes, we definitely could have a pullback down to the quarter two point of control at $1.02. Right. That would be definitely an area to look at. As you can see, we were below it for a very long time. All of quarter two, we just pretty much chopped through that zone. Right. So let me get rid of this thing. Why is this thing here? Right now for Superverse, I do expect a little bit of a pullback, at least to the quarter two point of control. Right. So right here, see it between the value area high and the point of control for quarter two, I do expect a bit of a retest here, reconfirm that level, build some support there, as we have had support there in the past before continuing to move to the upside. Right, we are here close to the pretty much local price discovery for Superverse. Once again, Superverse has had a very, very strong climb since the ending of August, since the beginning of August, right? That big shakeout in August, we ran this thing back up, and then September just been running it. October has been running it. So having a little bit of a pullback here is nothing to be surprised about. So if we just literally get a retracement here, um, overall fib pool saying gold pockets down to 77 cents. I don't foresee that happening, for that is a drop of about, from where we're at, that's a 37% pullback. I don't see that happening unless Bitcoin has a major pullback. Oh, Bitcoin's coming down here, baby. Hold on. I need to be getting ready to go along here. Give me a second, guys. Gotta get my phone out. Where's my exchange? Let's see here. 30 minute. You're gonna come down to the VWAP or what, bro? I would love a retest of the previous day high, 68,388. That'd be great. That'd be a great retest. But overall, it looks like we are going to be having a little bit of a pullback here for Bitcoin in the short term. That rejection at the 21 all time high. Open interest has kind of slowed down there at this point. A little bit of chill factor here, but let's go back to Superverse. Got a little bit overexcited there. I don't expect a 37% pullback from altcoins, anything like that, any major pullbacks like that, unless we're having a decent sized pullback for Bitcoin, right? Unless Bitcoin hits, maybe 73,000 or whatever it is, the all time high, and gets a little bit of a rejection, a 10, 15% pullback. If we see that, then I expect something like this to happen. But I don't foresee any major pullback like that of 15% for Bitcoin just yet, right? It could happen later after we cross the 75,000. We could eventually have a pullback again. Obviously, we're going to go into a little bit of, price discovery, parabolic, FOMO section. So I don't see a 37% pullback happening for Superverse or altcoins in general. I do expect a pullback into this green zone right here, maybe even as low as to the zero point 0.5 down to 90. That would be a pullback of about 21%. Yeah, that'd be a pretty steep pullback overall. But I expect more into this green zone. But we'll see if the green zone can hold. That's what I'm looking at for. So for Superverse, appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Drop your altcoins into the chat. Let's go back and take a look at Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is looking like it wants to drop some. Looks like it's falling out of this upward trend finally. Potentially having a little bit of a pullback here. We'll see how this VWAP goes. Bitcoin's been above the VWAP for quite some time all morning. Hasn't even bounced on the VWAP in quite a bit. Could be a good time to enter along here, bouncing off the VWAP if it holds before continuing to the upside. But if the VWAP does not hold, We're gonna have to see if the previous day high holds. Overall, Bitcoin's in a very strong uptrend, obviously. But when you're trying to get into a trade, you can't just blindly go long. You got to find a decent entry point where you're not going to get stopped out of. So it's all about risk management. Even though I know the trend is to the upside, I do believe Bitcoin's going to go higher. I can't just, all right, I'm going long right now, guys. I'm going long because during the day, at any point, you could have pullbacks down to the daily open. You can have pullbacks, a little steep pullback throughout the day that could definitely get you stopped out. What's going on, Jamie? I appreciate you jumping in here, brother. Appreciate all of you guys. Make sure you're dropping your altcoins into the chat here. Let's go take a look at Sui. I've been telling you guys about Sui and not chasing pumps. Not chasing pumps. Guess what? I'm sure a lot of buyers up here above $2, right? We're all just like, Sui's going to the moon, baby. Sui's going to the moon. Buy, 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 buy. And this is why I don't chase these massive moves to the upside. Why? I missed it, right? I didn't buy Sui down here at 50 cents, at 70 cents, didn't buy at $1, and it had a massive run to $2.35. And I said, be patient. There's always going to be another moment for a pullback, right? There's always going to be a cool off period. It's always going to come back and retest some levels, right? So quarter two piv, I definitely think is going to be going to get retested here at $1.58. We're currently at $1.65. We're not too far from it already. One zone that I would definitely love to see, right? This is just a little bit. This is a 3-point rounding up to 4% pullback. I would love to see a retest of this green zone down here. That'd be a 16-17% pullback overall to $1.45, between $1.45 and $1.37. That is the October. That is the October pivot and the quarter four pivot that has not been tested at all. That'd be a great retest for some support there, and bouncing off of that, bing bam boom, will take us to have a nice little entry point. I would be a buyer of Sui. Obviously, not financial advice. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I'm looking for this green zone, or at least as close to this green zone as possible, to start buying a little bit of an allocation for Sui on my portfolio. Let's take a look here. Bitcoin still below still below the trend. Looking like it's gonna keep pulling back here. See if we retest that VWAP. Appreciate all of you guys jumping in here, smashing those likes. Keep smashing those likes, baby. Let's get to 10,000 likes. Let's see here. Chat's pretty chill today. Nobody wants to do a lot of talking today. Everybody's pretty chill. Everybody not asking a lot of questions. I'm surprised. Let's see here, get a little water break. I do have I recently just got a Tangem ring. This is a hardware wallet, but it's a ring, right? It's a literally a ring you can wear on your finger. So I'm gonna be doing a review on this. I'm gonna be opening it up, setting it up, showing how it works. I'm interested to see that. So if you guys are interested in seeing something like that as well, stay tuned. I will be posting that video here this week. Bitcoin's still having a little bit of a pullback here overall. But let's go take a look at Bitcoin on the macro stuff. So this is the daily, right? This is the daily. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin on the macro. So on the macro, let's turn off some of this daily stuff. Where's my macro session here? Let's jump out to the daytime, to the daily, the daily candles. So Bitcoin right now, right, within this blue zone, we are and have been continuously inside this blue zone for the majority of this entire year, right? The majority of this entire year, we've been inside this blue zone. Obviously, we've had times where we've wicked out of this blue zone, coming down to 52, coming down all the way down to 48. But overall, this is the range that Bitcoin's been in. You guys can see this right here. All right, look at all this time. Since literally February 28th, we've been in here. Since February 20th, we've been chopping it through here, right? Chopping it through here. Overall, we need to have a retest of this 72,000. We need to start pulling back up and start making a move of creating a higher high, right? We need to create a higher high to continue this uptrend. So far, we're creating higher lows. Sorry, so a tongue twister. Higher lows here. We're creating higher lows. So I do think we're gonna have a retest of this untapped monthly 3 month level here at 71,400. I do think that's gonna happen. Overall, this 2021 all-time high has been holding us as resistance right now, breaking above 69,182 and closing above that and staying above that for a daily candle would be huge because we haven't had a daily candle above that since the beginning of June. Right, June over here was the last time that we were actually above it, above that 2021 all-time high of 69,182. That's the last time. It's been more than a quarter, more than a quarter. Right? This was back in quarter two, at the end of quarter two. But nonetheless, for over 4 months, we haven't been above this level. The last time we tried to revisit this around July, right? July 29th, we got rejected twice and had a major pullback. Then obviously we came back again on the beginning of October 20th, October 21st, tapped it a few times, came back down again, and now we're here knocking on that door one more time. I do believe we're going to break through. I do believe we're going to have overall a larger move to the upside, make a run for this all-time high of 73,000. And there's two events for that. One, the FOMC meeting that's coming on November 7th, and two, the results of the big race, right? The results of the big race are happening after the first week of November, right? We all know what I'm talking about here. Once those results are in, this thing is going to skyrocket. I'm telling you, it's going to melt faces. I think those are the two big catalyst events right now that we're missing, that people are not paying attention to, that they think, oh man, the markets are so boring. They're never going to do anything. You just got to wait for the right time. It's all about timing. It's all about the correct timing. And it's just not the correct time yet for Bitcoin to really blast off, let me tell you. But as we get closer and closer to those events, we are definitely going to see some big moves to the upside. And all it starts with, this right here. Starts with getting above the 2021 all-time high of 69,000. Where is this daily? Let me turn off this Monday high, Monday low. Thank you. Here we go. Bitcoin, come on, tap that VWAP, baby. Let me see here. What's going on in the chat? ALB. What the heck is that? ALB. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. Don't know at all. Let's see here. Let's go take a look at some other altcoins here that I'm interested in. Let's go take a look at Sui. Go take a look at Ando. Ando's another interesting one. One that I've been holding up in my portfolio quite a bit here. So Ando overall, we do have a macro gold pocket of $1.14. We are continuously ranging within the quarter three range. It's having a very strong accumulation zone down here between 83 cents and 59 cents, right? Just chopping it sideways here. I do think Ando's going to have a very nice run up here as Bitcoin starts breaking new all-time highs. CVO in the house. Crusader! What's going on, brother? What's going on? If you guys don't know who CVO Crypto is, you definitely should, and you should definitely be following him. That's the myth, the man, the legend himself right there. And everything I've learned from TA comes from that guy right there. So overall, Ando, I do believe is going to do very well in the macro term, right? I am keeping a very close eye on Ando, since Ando is having a very large token unlock in the beginning of somewhere mid-January of 2025. So depending where Bitcoin is running up to around that time period, right, and where Ando is around that time period, I might be taking some profits off the table, because having a major token unlock is not going to be good for price action. So I definitely going to keep a close eye here for Ando between now and January. I do think it's going to be doing pretty well. You know, it's just been consolidating very well. This thing has a very strong connection to BlackRock, the Buildo Asset Fund, which is tokenizing real world assets onto the blockchain on Ethereum, right? So I don't expect this thing to not do well. I think this thing has all the connections it needs to do very, very well in the overall scheme of crypto and real world asset tokenization. You're killing it, brother. Appreciate the kind of words, dude. They definitely could always be kinder, bro. Just keep shooting me those bang alerts, bro. Those bang alerts. Oh man, I appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes. It's on base. Okay, ALB is on base. Let's see. Go take a look over here. ALB. Assuming some type of meme coin, probably. Alien base token up 41% today. Let me see. Okay, so this thing's been around for quite some time now. Been around, I guess, since the beginning. Been around since August 2023. Interesante. Alien base decks trade and earn and get rewarded holding ALB. Never heard of this thing. Have no idea what this thing is. Okay. Uh, Interesting. $14 million market cap. Let's go take a look at it on TradingView. AOB. It's got no listings on any exchange, only on Uniswap. So that's going to be an interesting one. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's get Q2, beginning of April, all the way to the end of June. We're looking at AOB right now, guys. AOB, and then let's get Q3 here, July to September. Oops. So overall, I have no idea what this project is. I have no idea what this project is doing. I don't know what's causing it to pump. But right now, we're just going to look at some data here, see what are some levels that it could be retracing to. So ALB broke out of its Q3 range. It has a naked point of control sitting down here for Q3, right? But it's had a major move to the upside, as you guys can see. Major move. We broke out of the Q3 value area high. We bounced on the Q4 PIV. And since then, it was just skyrocket through the Q2 range and just pretty much heading into price discovery, new all-time highs here. We're kind of retracing right now a little back here, back to the local high where we were at before. So for such a massive move to the upside here in the last 3 days, very strong move to the upside, I do expect this thing to have a little bit of a pullback of some kind. Let's get the Q3 range here. Not range, the Q3 regression trend. So overall, the regression trend is broken for Q3. We are moving to the upside here. I expect us to have a retrace to at least the value area high of Q2, right? We had rejection back here back in July. We had rejections happening over here in April. We have no actual like support, no consolidation happening up here, no real volume above the value area high for Q2 at above 10 cents. So we're currently sitting at 12 cents and 12 cents 99. I do expect a little bit of a pullback, at least not today, but at least within the next couple of days. Right, this thing is acting very irrational. It could continue running for sure. Anything's possible. I don't know what's causing this thing to run, but I do expect some consolidation above here at some point. Where's my brush? I do expect some consolidation around here like this for a little bit to build some support. If we don't see that, we're probably going to just see a major retest to the downside. Because if we don't build support up here, build some volume before continuing to move up, the faster you move up, the larger you're going to come crashing down. So that's my ugly squiggle drawing of what's happening for Alien Base. I found it by tracking increase in TVO on base. Nice. Alien is on Coinbase. Didn't seem like it was on Coinbase. I typed in ALB and no exchanges came out. All exchange types. So don't know what to tell you there. What do you think ETH is going to max out of this bull market? So SP, that's a great question. That's actually a great question. Let's go take a look. Oh, Bitcoin's coming down to that VWAP, baby. Bitcoin's coming down to that VWAP. Finally going to retest that VWAP here, having a strong rejection from the 2021 all-time high. We'll see if well, it looks like we're definitely breaking this upward trend that we were developing here. which is good. Gives us the potential for a little pullback to at least the previous day high, hopefully, right? Well, depending, we could have a strong bounce off this VWAP as well. But if the VWAP doesn't hold, I'm looking for a bounce here on the previous day high. We do have a the heck was the level that was down here? A previous week. Where is it? We do have a previous week naked point of control down to 67,400. That would be an amazing entry for a long overall for Bitcoin. Now, are we going to get it? I don't know. I definitely don't know, but we will definitely keep an eye here on Bitcoin, see how Bitcoin reacts to this VWAP and this previous day high. And maybe we continue having a little bit of pullback here. I would love it, so I can get an entry, a decent entry for a long. What were we looking at before? We're gonna look at something. Oh, Ethereum. That's right. We're gonna take a look at ETH. So ETH right now hasn't been performing at all, like none of us, like any of us, right? It's up only basically 40% throughout the year. It has not been doing too much. It's been ranging a lot in this 2,500 area. So let's go take a look at ETH here. So ETH overall, let's take a look here. Oops, still have this brush on. Let me just clear out this chart. Let's just make a brand new chart here for the year of 2024. So right now, let's get quarter three range, right? Let's get the quarter three range here. We've pretty much been stuck in it forever. It's to the end of September. So we're still within the quarter three range. Let's get the quarter two range here, April 1st, all the way to the end of June. And let's get the quarter one range for 2024. All right. Now let's get some pivot data here. This is the quarter four. Come on now. Quarter four. Quarter three. We have a naked point of control for quarter two up here at 3,800. That's a nice little target to the upside. Let's get some monthlies here. Don't have many monthlies that are untapped around these levels. So not going to worry about this too much. But overall, here we are, right? ETH right now still coiled up within the quarter three range, having got rejected at the quarter four pivot here. So reclaiming $2,754 is definitely a very critical level for Ethereum to continue holding up, right? It is having a little bit of a uptrend here, as you can see here. You can draw a little trend line if you want. Right here, it is holding a little bit of an uptrend here. So hopefully this uptrend holds, and we continue climbing up slowly on it. But getting above 2750 is very critical, and then making a move towards the value area high of quarter three, right, which is 2900, is very important. We do have the naked point of control sitting here at 3,800. If we get the overall gold pocket happening from the very tip top here at 4,000 some change to the very bottom here from August 5th, gives us a golden pocket sitting right at or right below the quarter three pivot, right below the quarter three pivot of 3,399. So this area here is definitely going to probably be some resistance. Let me just mark this off right here. Put this in the red. All right, this area I do expect some resistance at right here in between 3,500 and 3,320. Overall, we also have the 0.5 lining up with the value area low for quarter two range at 3,100. We haven't been anywhere near those levels since the beginning of August when we broke right through it. So I do expect some resistance around there as well. But the question is, where do I see this going overall? Long term, overall, right at the end of this bull market, I do believe that Ethereum could go towards between $7,000 and $10,000, right? 7,000, 8,000 is definitely where I'm going to look to be taking profits. 10,000 would be more of a moon bag. I leave a little bit of Ethereum running to see how far I can go. But I believe overall between 7 to 8, I'll be taking heavy profits. 10 for a moon bag, just because of the institutional demand, the real world tokenization. Ethereum hasn't been moving as of late, but look at what was happening here back in January, right? Back in January, when Bitcoin was moving, so was Ethereum. Look at this thing. When the altcoin season was happening, Ethereum was running. This was also pre meme coin frenzy, right? The meme coin frenzy had just kind of started. All these meme coin launchers just kind of started happening. So I do expect some of this volume to come back to Ethereum. I know people get very forgetful, or they have like short-term memory, that they think that Ethereum is never going to pump again, that it's over and that's it. Guys, there's a reason why institutions are buying Ethereum. There's a reason why big term institutional investors are in Ethereum. There's an Ethereum ETF out there. Trust me, there's a reason. I'm going to answer this question here. Rich, could Solana help trigger bull run, so don't really need Ethereum this run? No, Solana's not going to trigger anything, right? Altcoins don't trigger bull markets. Bitcoin triggers bull markets. I understand that most people don't really see it that way. Most people just follow the hype, right? In the previous altcoin rally, Solana meme coins were all over the place. Solana was skyrocketing, and everybody attributes it to Solana. But the reality was, it was Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin had the Ethereum had the ETFs approved, right? For the first time ever in history, traditional markets were getting into Bitcoin. That led Bitcoin to run towards new all-time highs long before its halving event, creating major FOMO and hype in the markets, which led into an altcoin rally. Ethereum was running as well. Solana is not going to trigger a bull market for crypto. Bitcoin decides when bull markets happen and when bull markets end, not altcoins. That's just the unfortunate truth of how the market runs. Bitcoin's the top dog. If Bitcoin's dropping, if Bitcoin's crashing, altcoins are going to crash. If Bitcoin is pumping, Bitcoin is hitting new all-time highs, Bitcoin is going sideways at new all-time highs, right? Creating a crab walk to build some consolidation, build some support up there. That allows altcoins to run. But never get in your mind thinking that an altcoin is going to do anything to actually spark a bull market. Now, can Solana do some? Can Solana get a big revisit of hype and FOMO with the meme coins and this and that? Yeah, of course, that could definitely happen, right? But at the end of the day, if you're counting out Ethereum, I know most people are priced out of Ethereum. Like I said, I'm expecting between 7 to 10,000 the most. That's maybe a 2 to 3x for Ethereum overall, right? A 2x from here at 2,500 puts us at 5,000, right? And then another 2x, 3x puts us around 10,000 or so. So I understand that's not attractive to people, but if you're in the market long enough, right, and you're playing with 100K, right? If you're playing with $100,000, right, this is how people become millionaires. People don't understand how easy it is. It just takes time, right? And the less money you have, the longer it takes. But overall, within 12 years, you could technically become a millionaire in crypto, right? Within a 12-year cycle, right? Because depending how much money you start with, like I said, right? If you start with $1,000, your first goal, your goal should always be to 10x, right? 10xing is what's going to take you to being a millionaire, because you start off with $1,000. If you can 10x throughout the entire bull market, right? That $1,000, you're going to walk away with $10,000 of profit, right? Well, $9,000 of profit, whatever. You walk away with 10. You have $10,000 to invest in the next cycle, right? Now, if you 10x again, right, your 10,000 becomes 100,000. Once you're at $100,000 mark, we're talking about big money here, right? All you need is another 10x, right? So 3 cycles, 10xing, you can go from 1,000 to $1 million, right? Because a 10x is nothing wild, especially if you're here in the bear market, right? If you're here in the bear market times, how many altcoins have done thousands of X's, right? We've got Sui at 250X overall in this year, right? We've got Tia. Well, Tia doesn't have it. Why doesn't Tia have a yearly? We've got Caspa, Caspa has been one up 131%, right? Since it launched, it has been up a lot more, right? It was up less than a penny. So that's just for the year. Where's the other one? Gosh, bro, every time I see it, I forget what it is. Um, iOS. iOS is a perfect example, prime example of 2,887% in the last year, right? This thing has skyrocketed. Why is Near lagging? Look, man, Near is a great layer one, but unfortunately, there's a lot of layer ones. Layer ones are not as attractive as they used to be because there's a lot more things happening in the market now. There's a lot more meme coins, unfortunately, in the markets now. So the thing about Near is that even though it has got great technology, it's got a great layer one, it's got a great market cap. It just doesn't have it doesn't have the marketing, it doesn't have the attractiveness, right? For really creating major hype. It's just one of those things that is good to buy in the depths of the bear market because you know it's going to come back up and it's going to continue running. Um, but it's just one of those things that it just doesn't have the mainstream volume, right? If we go to DeFi Llama here and look at Near, right? Near protocol, its TVL is low, right? Its TVL is 278 million. It's been around for many years now and really isn't really doing too much. Now, you compare that to something like Sui that just came out, right? And it's already at a 1.15 billion dollar total TVL, total value locked. Its ecosystem, right, is itself as a layer one is growing a lot faster than Near is, right? Near is experiencing something similar to Cardano, right? Cardano's been around for a long time. I'm a very big believer of Cardano. I have a large bag of Cardano, but the truth is TVL is just not there, right? It's not experiencing a SUI type of TVL, right? It's not just having all this money being flooded into its ecosystem. Not a lot of stuff is being built on it. Is Cardano going to still pump? Yes, I still believe Cardano is going to pump. Is it going to hit $1, maybe $3? Yes, that's still very possible, but it needs massive fluctuation of TVL to see a very aggressive price moves to the upside, like we have seen with Sui, right? Aerodrome is another one. Aerodrome is a perfect example of, major TVL going in 1.3 billion. What has Aerodrome been doing? It's been pumping like crazy. What's going on, Ochoa? What's good, Crusader? Anything on Aerodrome? Yeah, man, just talking about it right now. Aerodrome TVL skyrocketing, right? If we take a look here at Aero, having a little bit of a pullback today, less than a percent here of a pullback. Overall, hasn't been doing too much. But if we go take a look at the chart for Arrow is one that I've been keeping a close eye on. We had a nice bounce, right? We came down below the quarter two point of control here of $1.09. Front ran this buying zone that I've been looking at forever. Not surprised. I told you guys that I would be very surprised if we got it, right? Because it came down to basically $1, 2 pennies, dollar and a penny, and it bounced off of that. That's a very strong support zone there. I was expecting some type of wick action into 97, 94, but I'm not surprised that we missed it. That we front ran it and bounced back up and we're building support here above the point of control for quarter two and below the quarter two pivot at $1.24. We did have a resistance here at $1.44. The overall golden pocket is still at $1.68. I do think that Aerodrome is going to continue doing very well. Why? TVL is going in, right, into Aerodrome. What is Aerodrome? It's a major DeFi play, right, on the base network. What's a base network? It's the network that Coinbase has made for itself, right? And if you see what BNB has done with this Binance network, I expect similar things happening with the Coinbase network. So Aerodrome being probably one of the only non-meme coins on base is a huge opportunity for me. It's a huge play. So therefore, it's just a no-brainer, right? One of the things that I look at when I look into ecosystems is DEXs and DeFi plays, right? Lending platforms. So that is definitely something to always be looking at. Aerodrome making a new low. We'll see if Aerodrome makes a new low here. Still holding up, right? still holding up. I will be looking for see if we do get this retest of the 97, 94 cent area. I would be a buyer there, and obviously we have naked points of controls down here at 65, 55 cents, but I don't foresee that happening unless Bitcoin has a major type of pullback. All right, so the VWAP here for Bitcoin did not hold. We're breaking below the VWAP. We'll see how the retest of the previous day high comes. Like I said, we do still have the previous week naked point of control down at 67. We are well above the previous week range. So we'll see here. We get a retest down to these levels. Let's take a look at open interest here. Open interest is still dropping a little bit here. Nothing too interesting, showing that this is a bit of a weak move here for Bitcoin. Let's go take a look at the 30-minute. 30-minute. We still got 23 minutes left on this 30-minute here. This 30-minute could start if this 30-minute closes green here. Start seeing a little bit of a bounce here off this previous day high. Could be the reversal here that was being expected before moving back up higher. So we'll see. We'll take a look here. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Moonwell, yeah, let's go take a look at Moonwell. Moonwell, dude, just doesn't give pullbacks, bro. It just doesn't give pullbacks. It's down 4.6% today. But if we go take a look at Moonwell. Nope, wrong Moonwell. I'm expecting a pullback, bro. I'm hoping for a pullback down to 0.05, which is about from where we're at right now, about 38% pullback. I mean, this thing's gone parabolic, very steep uptrend overall for this project. I mean, let's get the quarter 3 range here. Let's get some pivots. We bounced off the quarter 4 pivot and just been skyrocketing. They're just skyrocketing. I mean, at least a retest back to this previous high would be great. Right? At least that. Just nothing but straight up for this thing. Overall, its TVL has been going up pretty well. It's been doing pretty good. So Moonwell right now looking for a retest of 0.08. If that doesn't hold, I'll definitely be looking for a retest here between 6 cents and 5 cents for Moonwell. Just very strong move to the upside. Very aggressive move to the upside overall. Bitcoin trying to pick up here, trying to front run this previous day high. Appreciate all of you guys jumping in here, smashing those likes. If you guys haven't joined the Crusader Crypto Citadel, definitely go do so. Crypto Citadel, the link is in the bio in my profile. Right, you go here, type in promo code Uptober, get 25% off. Still here, $19.99 first payment. It will be $14.99, less than 50 cents a day to be in the Discord for daily trade setups, macro analysis, all kinds of analysis. So make sure you're joining in there if you haven't already. I think I'm going to be signing off here. I got a few errands to run. So I appreciate every single one of you guys smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. And until next time, see ya.